Depending on the president, and of course your personal political stance, nobody deserves a nice, luxurious home to retire in more than a former president, wouldn't you agree? Some former US presidents have opted to retire in homes they had bought prior to their presidencies, and others bought new, highly extravagant homes, some with gold leaf decorated bathrooms and libraries filled with rare first edition books. Others moved to the countryside, presumably because of the peace and quiet. From America's much-loved late President John F. Kennedy to business tycoon Donald Trump, let's take a look at some of the extravagant homes former US presidents have chosen to retire in. For an average of 4 years, a president carries the weight of their country on their shoulders. So, when they retire, why not let them have an extravagant place to call home? While a few former US presidents in particular have preferred to retire in a small, modest home, quite a few went in the complete opposite direction. Let's take a look at the extravagant homes of a few former US presidents. John F. Kennedy was America's golden boy and was in office from 1961 until 1963, when he was tragically assassinated. So while we can't give you a tour of his home post his presidency, we can give you a tour of the Kennedy compound in Cape Cod. The property, which still stands today, amasses 6 acres of land right by the water. As an aerial view of the compound shows, there are several Kennedy homes on this property, belonging to Joseph Kennedy, Robert Kennedy, and of course, former President Kennedy. Even without a look inside the actual homes, it's pretty clear that these houses are unbelievably lavish, especially if you consider the size of the property. The Kennedy compound was where JFK would spend his time with his family before and after becoming president. In fact, Marine One, which is the helicopter used by the President of the United States, touched down in the Kennedy compound several times while JFK was in office. Of course, it wasn't all fun and games, as JFK hosted different political figures and leaders on the property as well. Lydon B Johnson preferred the South, as in Texas. When he finished his term in 1969, he moved to his ranch, which he jokingly referred to as the Texas White House. And we have to say, with a mostly white exterior and plenty of room for meetings, it certainly fits the bill. The grounds of the property were decorated in luscious oak trees. The home itself featured an office which Johnson used for official business while in office, a spacious dining room ready to feed plenty of political leaders, and an extra master bedroom. He even had as many as 3 TV sets throughout the house, which back then was considered quite extravagant. As for Richard Nixon, well, it seems he preferred the coast. San Clemente, California to be more exact. And just like Johnson's Texas property, this home also had a nickname, the Western White House. The house itself was originally built in 1926 and was put on the market for $57.5 million in 2019. The property covers 5.45 acres and was bought by Nixon in 1969. Here he hosted both political leaders as well as celebrities, including Frank Sinatra. Man oh man, if those walls could talk, right? The estate is just as luxurious as it sounds too. It features an oceanfront office, a courtyard situated in the middle of the property, a guest home with 2 bedrooms, and several places for staff to live as well. Inside, there are plenty of architectural details that make this property incredibly unique. And on the exterior, you'll also find a swimming pool and private tennis courts. Sounds like a reasonable place to retire after serving the United States of America. It is, however, nothing compared to the last extravagant home on our list. Ronald Regan preferred to retire in a more extravagant neighborhood of California, Bel Air. He didn't actually buy the property but received it as a gift from a group of friends back in 1986. We're not sure who these friends were, but we wouldn't mind meeting and befriending them now, thank you very much. Today, the Regan Bel Air mansion is said to be worth around $22 million. No doubt thanks to this historical resident. The mansion features 17 rooms over an impressive 7,192 square feet and is equipped with a beautiful swimming pool. As for the former presidents who are still alive, no disrespect intended. Bill Clinton lives in New York, and if you're thinking of a spacious, luxurious apartment or penthouse, then think again. Clinton bought his Chapaka home for $1.7 million in 1999, and it's a beautiful hideaway. Originally constructed in 1889, it sits on 1.1 acres of land. With Dutch colonial architecture, this home is stunning from top to bottom. The exterior features white walls and a brown roof, a little like a barn. So extravagant on the inside, but very homey looking on the outside. Inside, there are 5 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms. The property also has a pool. However, in 2016, the Clintons spent an estimated $1.6 million when they bought the property next door as well. Also a ranch-style house, the newer property sits on 3,631 square feet of land. It consists of 3 bedrooms and 4 bathrooms, has an open floor plan, pecan wood floors throughout, a modern chef's kitchen with Viking, Sub-Zero, and ASCO appliances. The modern kitchen opens onto an eating area complete with a fireplace and a family room, all with built-in cabinetry. Initially, it was thought that the Clintons bought the home for their daughter Chelsea and her family. After his 8 years in office, Barack Obama and his family moved to a $7.2 million home in Washington, D.C. This impressive property, which if we could choose a nickname for it, it would be the Gray House, features 8,200 square feet and 9 bedrooms in total. Overall, there appears to be enough space for about 12 cars to be parked. The house itself is reminiscent of a castle on the exterior, with stone detailing and large windows on the front. Inside are luxury amenities, walk-in closets, and plenty of space for the Obama family. There's ample room outdoors for entertaining as well, including a gorgeous courtyard, something we're sure Michelle Obama used quite frequently. When the Obama family bought this home though, it wasn't as quite pricey as it is today. It was put on the market for $5.3 million, meaning its famous inhabitants have definitely brought a bit of value back to the area. Interestingly enough though, before the Obamas moved in, the home was owned by Joe Lockhart and his wife. Lockhart is a former White House press secretary, but all of the homes mentioned so far don't even come close to the home of now former US President Donald Trump. Before we tell you more, remember to hit the like and subscribe buttons. Granted, Trump has lived in mansions far more extravagant than even the White House, and after having served just one term, which ended in January this year, he moved into his extremely luxurious Palm Beach estate Mar-a-Lago, which when translated means sea to lake. While the area itself is highly exclusive, Trump's mansion is even more so. The estate was originally built in 1927, and the main home features an incredible 128 rooms. Inside, the home is fitted with several oversized chandeliers, and the bathrooms have $7 million worth of gold leaf detail and even gold-plated sinks. Not very surprising, since the interiors were designed by a Broadway designer who worked on everything from Egyptian palaces to Broadway sets and also designed the Palm Beach Bath and Tennis Club. The living room is exceptionally grand. It features a statement ceiling which is almost an exact replica of the glorious 1,000-wing ceiling in Venice's Accademia. Contained within the English Georgian-style library are countless rare first edition books. Not sure whether Trump would have the time to read any with his political career being in revival mode and all. And whether they are millennium style, we're not quite sure either. After buying the property in 1985, Trump started renovations almost immediately. He shelled out millions on the very costly renovation process and splurged on a number of additions, including 2 new swimming pools, a beauty salon, and a spa, with the lion's share of the money going to a new 20,000 square foot ballroom done in the Louis XIV style. Just in case you're in the market for a new home, and if you'd like to call Florida Beach your home, then you're in luck. The home right next to former President Trump is currently in the market for $49 million.